Hey, I'm back. This is Jacqueline Richardson, Ms. JJ Diamond, Jackie, Deja. I know y'all all wonder why I have so many names, and I'm going to break it down to y'all right now. Well, Jacqueline is my birth name. That's the name that my mama gave me. Okay? My name was actually, I was born under the name of Jacqueline Yvette Doughty. Okay, that is my name. And then I got married to a Richardson. And I changed my name, of course. Most of the time, the woman takes the husband's name. And my name became Jacqueline Richardson. People say, okay, why didn't you go back to your maiden name? Because when I was married to my husband, I gained a lot of success under that name. So I was going to take that success with me when I left the marriage. Okay, a little bit like how, Tina Turner did, but my success was more so in retail versus the entertainment business. Okay, so I couldn't just give up my name when all my awards, when people knew who I was. When people refer back to me, they knew me as Jacqueline Richardson, not Jacqueline Doughty. And I do apologize to my family for not applying for these jobs in my maiden name, so my success could have been in that name. However, this is just what it is. When I got married, I wouldn't change my name. They told me I had to go to the Social Security office and change my my Social Security card, and this is just what it is. This is the way the government has it set up. So people wonder why I don't use the name Doughty, because it's no longer my name. And when me and my husband divorced, his agreement was to let me keep my name. So I kept my name. Okay? So that's Jacqueline. Jackie. Jackie is a nickname that comes from Jacqueline. Okay? That people called me as I was growing up. Hey, Jackie. Hey, little Jackie. Now that I'm an adult, a lot of the guys call me Jack. Okay? What's up, Jack? What's up? It's just a nickname. Okay? Then we have Miss JJ Diamond. Okay, Miss JJ Diamond is my brand. Okay? That's who I'm branded to be. That name is a trade name. I can use that name other than Jacqueline Richardson. Okay? Legally. Because of the entertainment business. When I say legally, it's because the government gave me the rights to do so. Okay? Deja. Okay? Deja was supposed to be my brand. Okay? Because that was the name that the entertainment industry gave me back almost 25 years ago, I believe. Okay? They didn't like Mama Brandy. They didn't like that because that's the name that I was given. They said, no, we're gonna call her Mama Brandy. And I liked Mama Brandy. Because I had that caramel complexion, like the way some brandies look. And I was a mama, and I was married. So I thought it was cute. But the music industry didn't like that. They wanted Deja. Okay? So it stuck. I had to build my brand. Okay, a lot of people didn't know I was in the music industry. A lot of people didn't know that I was in the entertainment business. So when I went out, people said, what's your name? Deja. What's your name? Deja. That's what people knew me by. That's what people called me. My daughter got mad because, a lot of the people from Buffalo, most of the people in Buffalo know me as Deja Doughty. Okay, double D. Okay? However, they still call me Deja. And it's okay. Because Deja is a brand that I built. For those that don't understand. So this entertainment business is deep. It's very deep. It's sad to say that we are looked at as objects. But yeah, we kind of are. Okay? Because your brand is who you are. It's your credibility. It's your character. It's just who you are. Okay? And my brand was built, Deja, so I could become successful at Deja. And granted, yes, I should have traded that name as well. But some of the things that happened in Deja's life, I wanted to let go. Okay? Because Deja went through a lot. Okay? Deja went through suicide. Deja went through having a bad car accident. Okay? And that's what led her to the suicide. Deja was loved by so many. Okay? Deja would bring cities out. Okay? But it was also scary. Do y'all get it? You know? Because you always have a lot of people that's going to hate on you and that's going to try to hurt you because of who you are. So, I wanted to leave Deja for back where she was. Okay? And a lot of people hate me for it. They don't even like to come around me now because They feel like they can't call me Deja, but they can because I'm still Deja. I'm just not living that same Deja life. Because that Deja life, woo, it was wild. And one day maybe I'll write a book on it. You know? Because Deja had a real wild life. But it's still me. Okay? It's still me. And that's what y'all need to understand. It's just that Deja has changed. Okay? Deja got older. Deja has more value of life now. Okay? Deja seeked God a little bit harder. Okay? So I'm still Deja, y'all. I just do things differently now. Okay? And y'all need to accept it. Okay? It's not that I don't accept it. Y'all need to accept it. Okay? So, I wanted to just explain to y'all about why I have so many names, you know, and there's people to this day that still calls me Deja, you know, and, you know, they feel funny when they come around other people because you got other people calling me Jackie, and they're like, well, who the hell is it, you know, and I feel sorry for them. But I'm still Deja, y'all. And it's fine that y'all still call me Deja. Y'all don't have to feel uneasy. Because I'm still Deja. That's a brand that I built. And Jackie is just a nickname. She's a brand as well. Because she built some things too. But Miss JJ Diamond is my legal trade name. Okay? So y'all need to understand the difference. Legal government. So if anything, y'all should be calling me as Miss JJ. Okay? And I'm just going to keep it real with you. You know, that's why a lot of people was mad with me because I was letting people call me by my name, Jacqueline Richardson. They shouting out Jacqueline Richardson. That's not my name. My name is by law, legally, Miss JJ Diamond. Okay? So, you know, people got their things they want to say, and how they say it, it is what it is, you know. But yeah, that's why I have all these names. Now, getting back to the last podcast, I was talking about us learning and leading, you know, and helping one another. You know, we're human beings and we're not perfect. Only one that was proclaimed to be perfect was Jesus Christ. Okay? And he knew that we would sin and make mistakes, and this is why he died on the cross for us. Okay? No, I'm sorry, I said cross. On these stakes. I refuse to look at it as a cross because he died in pain for us. Okay? I want to explain to y'all how we must support each other in good vibes, okay? In loving, caring ways, okay? Now, yeah, there's some people that, you just have that dislike for and you just can't do it. You like all the bad that they've done, I just cannot show them that love. Okay, then you're not ready, okay? And that's okay, because we are all a work in progress every single day. Every single one of us are a work in progress, okay? And we make mistakes, okay? Just like with my book, not my book, Want to Survive and Thrive, okay? My story is called The Faith to Forgive. Okay. Now I constantly tell y'all for years that how I felt about my mom, the things that she's done, and how she allowed this man to do what he did to me and my little brother. And I couldn't forgive her. But guess what? When I couldn't forgive her, who dealt with that pain on a daily basis? It was me. I'm the one that felt that pain every day when I went to sleep. Okay? And it was terrible pain that I had to deal with. So, with that being said, I had to figure out a way to let it go. And all God kept saying to me, all I kept hearing was, forgive her, forgive her. And I kept saying, why do I forgive a person that's done so much? But I woke up one morning and I prayed on it. And I asked God to just take the pain away. And I forgave her. And I looked at her differently. And that's when we were able to build a relationship. Okay? And my aunt came to me in my dream. God bless her. Luana. She came to me in my dream. And she said, they're going to need you more than you need them. And I said, well, what is she trying to tell me? And I saw what she was trying to tell me. When I forgave my mom, it showed me how much she really needed me. Okay? And all I wanted was the love from my mother. Okay? Because I couldn't understand why so much was going on, why we were mentally apart because of what went on in the past. But when I forgave her, it brought us closer. And I was thankful that for the last 13 years of her life, 13 years of her life, I forgave her 13 years before she died. Okay? And 13 years is a long time. And I'm glad that we were able to build within that 13 years. And I wish I had longer. However, things were going on in her life that she couldn't control. And that was that cancer. That cancer's a beast. And we all have our own ways to deal with things. And sometimes, and I still say that I believe my mother would have lived if she wasn't heartbroken. Her and my dad had just got a divorce right before, 2 years before she passed away. Okay, so I believe more that she was more heartbroken inside, and her body broke down. And if she did have a little bit of cancer in her, it grew because she broke down her body, not taking care of herself properly. The stress she was going through with the marriage and everything, and it's why when you have issues in a relationship, and this is just any relationship, I don't care whether it's your kids, your husband, friendship, it doesn't matter, any relationship. And when it apart, it will break you down because your body and mind is being around this person, whether it's a good experience or a bad experience. So it will break your body and your mind down. And this is one of the reasons why we need to talk to somebody, to try to get through, to try to feel normal again, to be able to deal without that person. Because if you have a person in your life that you've seen every single day, I'm going to use this for example. My son moved to New York. Okay? Now my son has been with me from day one. Okay? And I mean, he went away to visit his grandma, stay with his dad for a little bit, but then when I wanted to, I got to the point where I just couldn't take it anymore, I go get my boy, but now he's grown, so I can't make those decisions. And I felt like a part of me was lost. And when he came to visit me, I was so happy, because I needed that, my son around a little bit, But sometimes, and it's not like we're letting them go because they're dead. You're just letting them go on, okay? And you have to move on, But then, my son always makes sure that he utilizes the mommy. Feel good, because your children still need you, even though it can become overwhelming, because y'all know I have 3 of my own, 2 grandkids, and trying to meet the needs of these children is not easy. So it can become overwhelming, but then it also can be a beautiful thing because you know that they still need you. But then you don't always want them to need you all the time. You know what I mean? So, but they need somebody there when they're contemplating something, So, I'm my kids' private friend and corporate. Okay, just like I am everybody else. We need that one person that we can confide in. And most of the time, as that person, but if they have not built a strong bond with their parents, it becomes hard, okay, to have that person there to say, Ma, this is what I'm going through, and please, can you explain to me why is this happening, or whatever the case may be. If you don't have that bond, it makes it very difficult for you to overcome some things, okay? And that's another reason why Private Friend Incorporated was built, because there's a lot of people out here that don't have those mommy bonds, okay? When my daughter called me the other day. Matter of fact, it was my birthday. She called me. Ma. I'm like, what? What you doing? Happy birthday. How it feel? Blah, blah, blah. She just going. And I'm like, I'm okay, Shaquana. Feels the same. Oh, okay. I was just making sure you're okay. I said, I'm okay. But that's because she has that mommy bond with me. Then you got them children that just call up, hey, Mom, I just wanted to say happy birthday and how are you doing? They mommy bonds may not be as strong. So I tried people to ask me, why did I have my kids so far apart? All my kids is like 10 to 12 years apart. And that's because I chose as a mother, when I had children, that I was going to bond with each and every one of my children separately. Okay? Because when you have a house full of children, you cannot bond with them all the same. Okay? They cannot get the same love because one may need more attention than the other. Okay? So that's something that the younger ones need to recognize. Okay, it may be a beautiful thing to have a big family, and you're feeding the whole family together, and you're all sitting at the table, and you're saying, "This is what I've created." Yes, it's a beautiful thing, but best to believe, 2 to 3 of them children at that table is going through something that you don't even know nothing about because you're focused on one other child. And I said I would never do that to my children because I seen it growing up. Where I had friends that, because their parents had so many kids, that they couldn't confide in their mom. And so they would confide in their friends. Or they would look at other people as a mother because their mom just couldn't do it. It's impossible, people. And it's not that they're a bad mother, okay? It's just hard. You can't focus on 4, 5, 6, 7 kids at one time. You just can't. But we make the mistakes as parents to have these kids back to back to back to back to back. And then they overwhelm themselves. And then you turn around and now you're stressed out and you can't focus on none of the children. They're raising you. So this is and this is for like the youth. This is for the youth that's coming up now. Don't have all these children. Okay, even though, sex is a natural act, but you can protect yourself. Okay, there's all kind of things out here to protect yourself, people. From bringing a life into this world that you're going to neglect. And like I said, it's not intentionally. But if you know you can't do it, then don't do it. They have spermicides that women can use. Like when you're married, you have a husband, y'all don't use condoms. So they have spermicides. Okay? They sell them at the CVS. And say, honey, look, we got 2 kids. We don't need no more right now. Maybe in a couple of years, I don't know. But we're going to use the spermicide every time. So we can get rid of this problem. So, with that being said, these are things that y'all need to think about, when y'all having these babies. It's not an easy task. Because then your children are lacking stuff, and then when they grow up, they become alcoholics, drug addicts, or try to commit suicide, and you don't even understand why. What did I do wrong as a mother? It's not your fault. But because you couldn't pay attention, because you might have had to work, or whatever the case may be. So, we beat ourselves up sometimes as parents because of what your children engage in, and it's because we might have lost track of what was going on. I used to work 2 jobs. I'm going to tell you, my daughter, she had her son. She was 15 years old. And I was working 2 jobs, okay? I was living in New York City, okay? And I just, we're the type of family, we like clothes, we like cars, we like nice houses, nice furniture and stuff, So I couldn't lose track of that because I was saying to myself, I'm going to lose who I am. So I couldn't sit home on welfare. I just couldn't. That wasn't my thing, So I went out and got me a job, and I had 2 jobs. I was doing security, okay? I was working for Beta NASA, and I was doing the Mount Vernon, and I was doing Yonkers. And pretty much that's how I met Jada Kiss and Swiss Beats, because that's where I was security at their home base. Okay, so I saw these people every single day of my life. And then I was working at the hospital, Bronx, Lebanon at night. Okay? And I was working these 2 jobs because I wanted to make sure my kids had what they needed. But while I was working these 2 jobs at night, instead of my daughter being in the bed, she was having her boyfriend over. Okay? And it was really nothing I can do because I had to go to work. I took on this job. And then she popped up pregnant. What was I to do? Now I need to job even more because she's having a baby. Okay? And it hurt me so bad, but I couldn't change it. Now you see how the domino effect can happen in people's lives? And it's not intentionally done. It's just how things happen. And it's the way you deal with it. Okay? So I knew from this point that I had to help my daughter because she was only 15 years old and she couldn't raise no baby. And she needed my help. And I was going to help her. And I did, even though I took on the job fully for her. And it's not because I felt bad at what happened, because she made her own choices. She was old enough to stay in the house with her brother until I got home, and she chose to disobey me. You know, and these are the things that people have to think about when you're going out, getting jobs, or having people in your life. I'm going to have to cut this short, people, because I am getting a call. Hello?
I mean, about time I get to the phone. I called you so you can watch them chicken nuggets so they don't burn up.
Okay,
That's a little small oven.
but you can't do that when I'm on a podcast.
Yeah, well, I didn't know what you were doing. I thought you was on the phone. I didn't know.
I know I'm on a podcast, and that's very disrespectful for you to interrupt my way of getting my money.
I did not know that you was on your podcast. If I knew that, I wouldn't have fucking called you. I'm sorry. God damn it, I was calling.
All right, well, thank you. All right, well, I'll check on your nuggets. Hello? I am so sorry, y'all. Hope y'all didn't hear that. I had to be called 2 times over some nuggets. But anyway, getting back to what I was saying, and I lost a train of thought, and this is what people will do to you. You know, they'll make you lose a train of thought on what you're trying to do, or when you're trying to stay focused on something. This is what people do. This is what the devil does sometimes, you know, find a way to try to, especially when you're trying to get people to come to the other side, you know. And the other side, when we say the other side, people, we're not talking about death, okay? People, you know, and this is sad that, you know, a lot of things that the older people talked about, people bring that into the new world, the way we live now. And some of the things are good, but some of the things are not, okay? And some things you need to leave in the past, and some things we can bring forth to teach others. However, back a long time ago when we talked about the other side, the older people, they talked about death. When we talk about the other side, we're talking about living godly, okay? Or living, period. Okay, because there's a difference between being alive and living. Okay? We're not always talking about death. And I did want to touch base on that. And the reason why I want to touch base on that is because I talk about going on the other side in one of my songs, that's Your World, Your Choices. And Tamar, for instance, she talked about being on the other side as well, you know, in her song called Love and War. And when you talk about the other side is not dying. And you're not going to make other people believe that that's what it means, because that's not what it means. Okay? Yes, for the older people, they didn't live. Okay? All they know is either you alive or you dead. And the other side is when you're with God. But you can be with God here on earth. And that's what people get messed up. Okay, you don't have to be dead to be with God. All you have to do is try to live godly. And God will lead you the rest of the way. Okay? And that's something that I just wanted to explain, because a lot of people don't understand it. Okay? And sometimes things just have to be explained in order for them to understand what you mean. Like in my song, Your World Choices, it says, pray for me. Pray for me on earth while I'm here. Pray that I do better, that I can change, that I can understand. Okay? So that comes with where people say, you know, when somebody do something real bad to you, you pray for them. Okay? And when you pray for them, God is either going to touch their lives real hard to make them see some things, because he's going to take you through a challenge first. Because when he feel like he's done with you, that's when he takes you on home, as the older people used to say. Okay? But God is going to give you a chance right here on earth to change your ways, to change who you are, to be the person that you proclaim to be, not what you say you are. Show me who you are. Okay? And everybody has this need now to get on Facebook, social media, and try to proclaim to love God. And then some of the things that they do is not godly. So how are you proclaiming to love God? You can't even love yourself properly, let alone love God. But you know, we all a work in progress. Some of us has built a relationship with God bigger than others. But with that being said, don't judge someone else because their beliefs are a whole lot different than yours, because you're just getting started. If anything, you should be learning from me and be happy that I'm here to help you. Okay? I've led people to God, and some of them are ministers now. Okay? Some have more knowledge than I do, and they teach me. This is where that leadership thing coming at. Okay? Like I was telling people, you know, people were saying, oh, you real smart, you and your brother. Talk about my brother Noel. I call him my brother because him and my mom died. I mean, my father and his mom dated for quite some time, and we grew up as brother and sister. And so to this day, I still call him my brother. He's mad with me right now. I love you, Noel. You know that I'm always love you. You just do some crazy things. But the young boy is smart. Very smart. And you know what he used to always tell me when he was young? Sis, I'm going to be smart just like you. And I said, well, how do you see I'm smart? I'm always watching you. I see the things that you do. And I said, oh, okay. And then he grew up to be smarter than me. And I had to learn some things from him. You know, and people say, you building this, you building this. And I keep telling him, I need my brother because he's a little smarter than me. In some ways. Okay, in some ways, y'all. You know, I still have some things above him, you know, and he's still working on some things, just like I'm still working on some things. But when you talk about a kid that has done so much research and became so smart. I met this kid when he was 8 years old. A grown man now. Okay, and I used to take him and my daughter. We'd be running around, be doing stuff. I'd be ready to go somewhere, and he'd be like, where you going? I want to go. I said, no, I'm going to hang out with my friend. I want to go. And I'm like, all right, come on. I'd take him with me. I said, well, I can't stay too long because I got you. I said, maybe God wanted me to bring you so I can not be in no trouble and bring you along, and you'll be that blocker. So, yeah, come on. So I bring him with me. And like I say, he's not perfect because none of us are. I'm not even perfect. But he took that time out as he grew to learn and read. Okay? And I was so proud of him. I'm so proud of him, for the knowledge that he has gained. Okay? If he ain't gained nothing else, he's gained a lot of knowledge. And when you have knowledge, you have power. That is the key. And that's what a lot of us are lacking. Knowledge. Okay? And when we lack that knowledge of how we should live, how we should treat people, how we should, love. And I put a post on Instagram the other day saying, are you a lover or a taker? You have some people out here that would take and drain all the love from the lovers. Okay? But won't give it back in return. Those are the takers. Then you have the lovers. Okay? And the lovers is going to love you just as long as you love them. They're not going to hide their love. They're going to give you love as much as you give them love. Okay? Now that's the difference. Now them takers, we got to start getting rid of them takers. They just want to take all the love. You got to let other people shine sometime. You got to let other people get love sometime. Okay? You want all the love. You want to stay on the top all the time. Drain everybody. Now think about it. If you drain everybody, who's going to be there to love you? Did you think about that? Okay, now this is for the takers. Okay? When you drained all the lovers, who's going to be there to love you when you really need it? Did you think about that? Okay? So, where I'm going, people, is learn to take love and give love. Because you're going to need some love one day. And it could be when you least expect it. And that's when everything comes crashing down. Now that's when you become that alcoholic or that drug addict or you want to commit suicide. Okay? Fame is very overwhelming. Tell y'all, I've been there, done that 30 years ago. So I already know what it's like. It's nothing new to me because I had a whole city, okay, that was in love with Deja. A whole city. So I knew what it was like to come outside and they all, hey, Deja, 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 Deja. My love was just everywhere. But for that one moment, when I didn't have that love, and it's not that it wasn't there because it was, all I had to do was go outside. But I didn't want to give the world my life, what was going on in my household. And it destroyed me that quick. Okay? So, and I hope y'all following me. For that one moment when my husband cheated on me and took all our finances and spent it, And see, my suicide attempt wasn't thought out because it wasn't really meant to happen. Okay? I was already on a depression medication. And some of them depression medications give your mind unbalanced chemicals. So everything for me was on impulse. Okay, it wasn't like I thought it out and, I wrote a letter and all that stuff. Everything, it was just crashing too fast. And I wasn't able to just jump up and run outside and say, where's my city? Help me out, y'all. Can y'all show me some love today? That's when I decided to become, after that situation, to not just gain love, but to give love. I was always giving love, but it was different. Okay? I give love to the kids, people going through stuff. I would still talk to them and stuff like that because it was always in me. But they have this thing where, if you bigger than somebody, you can't like they post, so you can't talk to them, you can't go around them, and you can't do this, and you can't, no. Because all it takes is for that one thing to come crashing down on you. And you will be alone. And when you're alone, and it come crashing down, we don't know what your product of is going to be. Okay? God let me experience that early. Okay? And the reason why he let me experience that, because he knew where I was going to be going in my life. Even though I had a break in my life, because I had to take care of my family, and God led me to other things. He had other work for me to do. But he put me in that realm so I can see what can possibly happen. And you never take anything for granted. Be thankful for everything someone does for you. I don't care even if it's a like on a post. If they said hello. If they fed you. Be thankful. Because God can turn that around real fast. And you will be destroyed overnight. So this is something to think about. And I just wanted to touch base on this. This is my second podcast for the day. And I had to be interrupted, which I was angry about. But I'm blow it off, y'all. Sometimes that's what you got to do. But with that being said, this is Jacqueline Richardson, Miss JJ Diamond, Jackie, Deja, and I know a lot of y'all have seen me post or speak in some of my songs. Miss JJ Nushi. JJ Nushi is just diamond in Japanese. Okay? So, for all of y'all that's wondering, why she coming with this new name? Here she go with another name. It's still Miss JJ Diamond. Okay? JJ Nushi. I know y'all hear it in the songs. I got a new song that's getting ready to come out. XO, and it's not new actually. It's actually an older song, but I'm re-releasing it. And we talk about JJ Nushi in that song. And just like I speak about it in Power. But that's what JJ Nushi is. Well, this is the conclusion of this 2 hour and 30-minute podcast, because I did 2 today. My podcast is only go 45 minutes, and I did 2 of them today. So, yes, y'all make sure you listen to both of them. I love you guys. The Diamond Way is on my website. That's another thing, y'all. The Diamond Way bath soak. It has everything you need in it to relax you. Okay, to relax not only your mind, relaxes your body. So y'all look into it, okay? And y'all can get it from me. It's called The Diamond Way by Miss JJ Diamond. I'm here to help the people, give the love. I'm not a taker, I'm a lover. So y'all understand that. And I will see y'all soon. Love you all.